By mastering the PTE retell lecture, students can demonstrate their ability to understand and convey complex information. This video will explore proven strategies to help test takers excel in this challenging aspect of the PTE exam. In the PTE retell lecture task, you will listen to an academic lecture and then summarize it in your own words. This task evaluates your listening skills, speaking fluency, and content accuracy. Be sure to start speaking only after the beep, as beginning early will prevent your response from being recorded. While summarizing, focus on delivering a clear and concise summary that captures the main points and key ideas from the lecture. Speak at a steady pace, maintaining clarity and coherence, without feeling the need to rush. Prioritize accuracy and fluency to ensure a strong performance. By understanding the format and employing effective strategies, test takers can confidently tackle this challenge and enhance their overall language proficiency. The following sections will delve into the specifics of the task and practical tips for success. The PTE retell lecture task presents test takers with an audio recording of a lecture. This recording typically lasts 60 to 90 seconds and covers an academic topic. The task aims to assess the test taker's ability to comprehend spoken English in an academic context and then summarize the key points in a clear and concise manner. Now let's go through the template for the PTE retell lecture task to understand how to structure your response effectively and cover all the key points. First, start with the introduction with, "The lecture was about," then include the main topic, focusing on its impacts and key aspects. Next, cover the main points of the lecture by saying, "First, the speaker discussed key point 1, explaining brief details about the key point. Then she elaborated on key point 2 and key point 3, highlighting important aspect of these points. Finally, the lecturer mentioned key point 4 and key point 5, emphasizing relevant detail. Finally, we come on to the conclusion by saying, "In conclusion, the lecture provided insightful information about main topic, supported by key facts and examples, and highlighted its significant impact on related area." To excel in the PTE retell lecture task, test takers can employ several effective strategies. First, start by capturing key points from the lecture. Focus on keywords, phrases, and main ideas that summarize the content effectively. Pay attention to details like statistics, examples, or concepts mentioned by the speaker. When referring to the speaker, use professional titles such as Dr. Name or the Professor, which adds clarity and context to your response. Structure your summary by identifying and organizing the most important sentences or ideas, ensuring a logical flow. Speak clearly and confidently, keeping your response concise while covering all the critical information. This strategy will help you deliver a well-rounded and accurate summary. Taking concise notes is essential for recalling information later. By practicing these strategies, test takers can improve their listening comprehension, note-taking skills, and ability to synthesize and summarize information effectively. Now let's have a look at an example. First, you will hear a lecture. After listening to the lecture, retell what you have just heard from the lecture in your own words. Before having a look at the model answer, first let's hear the lecture.
Well, we begin our story with the emergence of the Bronze Age in the Aegean Sea area. That appears to have taken place about 3000 BC. I think these days they date it down about another century to about 2900. Precision is impossible, don't worry about that. And what we find, the first example of a Bronze Age, and I use the word civilization now for the first time, because before the Bronze Age there is nothing that we would define as civilization. Civilization involves the establishment of permanent dwelling areas that we call cities, as opposed to villages. Agricultural villages will have existed all over the place in the late Stone Age, in the Neolithic period, as it is known. But there is a difference, and the critical difference is that a city contains a number of people who do not provide for their own support. That is to say, they don't produce food. They need to acquire it from somebody else. Instead, they do various things like governing, and are priests, and are bureaucrats, and are engaged in other non-productive activities that depend upon others to feed them. That is the narrowest definition of cities.
Now, if we retell the lecture in our own words with respect to the template we discussed before, our model answer will look like, The lecture was about the emergence of the Bronze Age in the Aegean Sea area, focusing on its timeline and the concept of civilization. First, the speaker discussed the start of the Bronze Age around 2900–3000 BC, noting the challenge of exact dating. Then he explained that civilization began with cities, which differ from villages due to their non-productive roles like priests and governors. Finally, the lecturer highlighted that cities depend on others for food production, unlike agricultural villages. In conclusion, the lecture explored the Bronze Age and early cities, emphasizing their role in shaping civilization. That's all for today's video on the PTE Retell Lecture Task. I hope these tips and strategies help you ace your exam. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more PTE preparation tips.